Hello, beautiful.
Lenny, we wish you, let's make a toast. Lenny, we wish you the best health and happiness always. Love you, will always miss you.
Good luck, Uncle Bunny, whatever you do.
Good luck. Running around, carrying on.
Honey.
How we doing, Cat?
How you doing, sir?
How's things? Hey, Vito, say a few words.
Oh, Dominic.
Dominic. Lenny.
Gentlemen.
And what else?
Hello, hello.
Is that Lenny's son?
Yeah.
Well done.
How you doing, Kev? Kevin. I'll get it right. It's Italian food. Yeah, here's your buddy.
Dominic.
There's a face from the past. How you doing, man?
How you doing, Minnie?
How you doing, my dear? Good seeing you.
Very nice seeing you, Dominic.
Marvinous.
Look like you're losing weight.
Trying. I still got to give you your take. But you won't let me over your house. Trying.
It's showing.
Chief, I got you this way, but your reflection in the mirror is empty. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Right here, Sal, Mr. Brown.
Kevin, how are you?
How you doing, Robert?
Oh, Dom, all the best to Lenny.
How you doing, there, Sheriff? Good seeing you. Mr. Marshall, how you doing, sir? Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Hey, Kenny.
I did. I got there right about an hour after you left. Oh, Byrne gave me the wrong directions.
Favorite president. Lenny, you ready? I read they're going to take it easy on me. No. They said this is paper.
Run it.
How you doing,
How you doing, Chief?
I heard. If what I did with you, like rub my ears, what you doing, Noah? I pulled myself on it. They said, no, it doesn't mean a thing. Don't mean nothing now. Tonight's hands off.
Duffy, take a break. Get a breath of air in there. Jeez. How you doing? Councilor, how you doing, boss? Hi there, Miss Leila. I apologize, I forgot to tell you about the meeting. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell Harry too. I'll get it straight sooner or later.
Hey!
Going, thanks. How you doing,
Hey,
sir?
you okay with the contract?
Yes, sure. Hopefully October.
High school sweetheart.
President, how are you, sir?
You're looking good, sir. Councilor elect. How you doing? How you doing, Joe?
So Frankie, more pepper. Yeah? So Frankie, more pepper. Who's there?
Always put the cigar in this one.
What's wrong with it?
And we pray that the Giants win on Sunday.
The Giants win on
I'm no longer a Giant fan. I'm a small air conditioner since he got rid of Johnson.
5 grand for all Giants.
Oh, gentlemen. Oh, beautiful bets.
Hello there, Robert.
Hey.
You need to say something? No, my guard, my bodyguard. You don't need a bodyguard. Protector.
Did you get that tape?
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
You're away, Drew.
Oh, beautiful.
We got you on the list of speakers. You got to go up.
I thought say what?
Dominic, get out of here.
Hello, ladies. Hello, Chief.
Dominic.
Kevin Eddie.
Cap, what's up? How you doing?
Councilman, how you doing?
Cap, how are you? Good. Yeah, I got
Mr. McCoy.
Hey. You up to his Cap? Hey, Cap, how you doing? Wait, his Cap?
Hello there, old Mara. We started together. Hey, guys. Boss? Yes, sir. All right, come on. Stop right now.
Good seeing you, sir. Tony LaRusso, all right.
Hey,
Hey, Teddy, how you doing, sir?
Man.
Good seeing you.
Congratulations, Glenn. Congratulations, guys.
What else is there to do?
Excuse me, sir. May you sneak in there? Hello, my dear.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Very good. Very good. Can I sneak by you there, sir?
Yep.
Ralph, how you doing, Dave? Dave.
Hey.
Start calling him Dave's father rather than Carmen's son. Here's the man of the hour.
Take a picture of me and my buddy, Ralph.
Hi, man.
When you put your head next to Carmen, you look like Dolly Parton.
Hey, come on, Dominic.
Hey, Billy.
You used to call me that one time.
One time.
One time. Just once. I'm sorry.
No, I'm following you.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Freddie. Hello, Saj.
How are you doing there, Cap?
McGuire. Homicide.
man.
Homicide's down 2%.
Keep Jerry under control, will you? How you doing, ladies, gentlemen? Okay.
Make sure you stay real long on this table.
You're gonna spend 20 minutes on it too, girls. You're gonna spend 5 minutes on it.
Hello, Vic.
How you going?
See you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Cecil beat the mini. How you doing, sir?
Where'd you want to go? Hello, sir.
I'll get it for you. I didn't give Joe Arena his either. I'm sorry, Chief.
I'm not going to pay a lot for that cake.
No. I'll get it, I promise.
All right. Oh, take the cover off the lens.
I got it off. I know what I'm doing. Not in good shape. Gentlemen, gentlemen.
Vic. Now open the resource again. You wake him up. Say you wake up from all Hello, sir.
You know I don't like fish.
Let me get the wide angle lens on. Wait a minute.
You need the big one.
Gentlemen.
Before we begin, I just want to thank Glenn. He's always looking out for me. I walked in and the first thing he did was offer me a drink. Thanks. I'd like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies today, Director of Public Safety for Essex County, Jim Critchlow. Jim?
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Tony Butler. You know, a few weeks ago when Tony approached me and wanted to know if I would roast Lenny and kid him, I said, sure, I'd be glad to. But I said, it's very, very difficult to roast someone that you don't like. Just look at this guy, Lenny Nizavachi. Lenny Nizavachi, what a gift to mankind, Lenny Nizavachi. You know, I want to congratulate Lenny, and we're going to call up a few people. Looks like an all-star lineup here. Tom DeLessio, Sheriff Montour, Joe Polovecchia, Arthur Perinsky, Vinny Alisi, Bob Bailey, Sergeant Kate Pradeep, Chief Dick Shy, Tony Butler, Don McMinney, Willie Brown, Chief Aruza, Anthony Garamella. But before we bring these people up, I would like to offer my congratulations to Lenny Nizavachi. Lenny, I want to offer my congratulations to you and your wife, Marie, to your family, and to the 97 people that you got jobs for in the county. 97 and 98. Lenny's really a wonderful guy. But I think the real hero in the Nizavachi family certainly has to be Marie Nizavachi. Marie is an unhurdled type. She's always in the background, never doing much. But I think if we were going to give an award, we certainly should give it to Marie Nizavachi. We all know Lenny Nizavachi. We all know what a pain in the ass he is. Can you imagine living with Lenny Nizavachi for 36 years? 36 years. And more importantly, how about sleeping with Lenny Nizavachi? On their wedding night, Marie mentioned to Lenny that it was the most fun she's ever had since the time she was stabbed in the head. Now I want to call up my hero. Before I call up our county executive, Tom DeLessio, I want you to know that he is one of Lenny's nearest and dearest friends. But for some of the people who may not know Tom DeLessio, some of the newcomers to the sheriff's office, he used to be the sheriff of Essex County. But now he runs everything in the county except the sheriff's office. Have that right, Sheriff Hunter? There was a time they would laugh at his jokes. They would kiss his ring. His name was all over. Now the only place you see it is in the men's room. But he's still our hero, our county executive, Tom DeLessio.
Let me first of all say hello to everyone. I try to go around and say hello to all our good friends and the people that work in the sheriff's office and the friends of the sheriff's office. And you're a great group of people. You have the feeling of the rapport with each other, you care about each other. And how else can you have Chief Christian come in with a shirt like that? But Lenny Nizabaccia and the Nizabaccia family represent a lot in Essex County. They probably represent about 15% of the total budget. Well, when you talk about Lenny, I can remember when I first started in 1970, he was one of the very first officers that I had the beginning to start with, that to meet and to know. Then when I came up to the detective bureau, I worked with guys like Tony LaRusso, Carmen Calabrese, and Ralph Ruggiero. And Lenny was always the spearhead. The guy that would call you up 1 o'clock in the morning. He got a tip that a fugitive was out there, or somebody that they wanted on a warrant. And I can't think of anyone who has worked hard to make the sheriff's office what it is today. Absolutely nothing. Lenny Nizabaccia is always there if you have a call and if you need him. He's always there to support people and to work with you. And I'll tell you, you're going to miss the old timers, the guys that were here. I know that you have legislation that I'll be looking at soon, whether we're going to sign it in January, that adds 5 years to your pension. And when that bill goes through, if it's signed by the county, you're going to lose a lot of good officers in the sheriff's office, the prosecutor's office, and throughout law enforcement in the county. I think there'll be about 220 people that will be eligible for early retirement. I talked with our board of freeholders, and we're going to look at it very seriously as to whether we should sign it or whether it's a bill that will save the county's money. And I know that it doesn't affect Lenny, it doesn't affect Lenny's wife, but it affects about 27 other members of Lenny's family. Law enforcement, you really don't get enough as far as your salary and benefits that you receive, but the one benefit that you do receive is your pension. And that's the greatest thing that you have, is your police and fire pension. As a former sheriff's officer and superior in that department, I know how important that is to you. We're going to look at it very seriously and see if it's something that we can do and something that we can afford. Getting back to Lenny, I know that Lenny is not retiring. He's the only guy retiring as a captain who's coming back tomorrow as a deputy chief. But he's a guy that deserves it. He's somebody that has the experience. He's someone that we've all come to know, to love, and his family. And I mean that sincerely. And there isn't any doubt in my mind that the mission of the sheriff's office is going to continue with the sheriff Fontoura. I know that the professionals in that office and the men and women that work there do a difficult job every day. I know that as a county executive, I know that as someone that knows many people by first name. And I just say to you that be careful out there. Don't take this job lightly, because there are people out there that will hurt you in 1 second. God forbid that you do get injured or you get hurt, you go out on a disability. It's not enough to ever support your family and your children. So you've got to be careful. It's a tough system in the world that we live in, but I understand that. I work with Dominic Committee. Whenever Dominic Committee sends me a contract, I sign it. I don't get to ask questions anymore. Dominic hunts me down no matter where I am. He's going by with the camera. He's got the video on. But Dominic, too, is another great guy. And he's got so many of you in the sheriff's office that I know, I respect, and I know that the younger guys and the ladies that are coming on are also going to be part of what the sheriff's office in Essex County represents. That's the best. There isn't any doubt in my mind about it. Whenever you invite me to something, I'll always come because I know and I believe in what you do. And I'll always feel part of the sheriff's office, even though Sheriff Moncora doesn't fight me over. But the sheriff's got a tough job, and you know what's going on with the courts and transportation and process divisions and the Bureau of Narcotics. I mean, today you just cannot have enough manpower. There's not enough money to pay for. You keep hearing the phrase, do more with less. I know what it means. I know that you know what it means. And you've answered that. We've done a great job. And I know that when the budget comes up again next year, that you've got a board of freeholders, you'll have a county executive that's supportive of the job that you do, the resources and the dollars that you'll need to continue your mission. So with that, I not only salute Lenny, but I salute each and every one of them. I have a proclamation. I'd like to call up the Chief of Staff, who's with me, Chief Willie Brown, the Assemblyman. Willie Brown, if you would come up. Lenny, first of all, your check for your comp time is, I think, $38,000. Chief Brown will present that to you. But what I have here, come on up here. I have a proclamation on behalf of the County of Essex. I won't read it. But it tells a story about his accomplishments with the Sheriff's Office, his family, his friends. The County of Essex is named today, Tuesday, August 31st, to be known as Captain Lenny Nizabacchia Day throughout the County of Essex.
When I first heard about your retirement a few weeks ago, I said I always thought that people had a job that retired. I said, I didn't know you were working, but then I found out later you were one of the hardest workers they had in the county. So then I asked, well, why are you retiring? And you said you want to get an early start because you want to campaign for sheriff full time. Is that still true? Just wanted to know, Sheriff. To get off to an early start, you always count on myself for work. Really, it's a pleasure, though, for me to had the opportunity to interact and work with Lenny. He's a true friend, a real dedicated worker, a person that we're all proud of. So, Lenny, I just want to stop by and offer my congratulations to you for a job well done. I'm sure you continue to do the work. We also will be processing a resolution from the Assembly. I wanted to call a special session, but Tanya was out of town. Didn't have any time for tonight, but we'll do it on a later date because I think your person deserves it. It's a pleasure for you to have been a friend, and I look forward to being your friend to the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. Thank you, Executive. Don't feel bad if they don't laugh at your jokes anymore. It's the price of fame. You know, the Chief spoke of Lenny's reputation, and he certainly has developed an outstanding career. But it always wasn't that way. Marie told me when he was a kid, he grew up in the old First Ward North. And he was a kid that never really had many friends. He never had any kind of reputation. He went to Summer Avenue School, finished last in his class. Is that right, Lenny? His father thought he was going to be a musician, a pianist. He liked to play the piano with his penis. But then things worked out. He met Marie. He met Marie Nizabacchia, and then things turned around. They had a couple kids, then they got married. They had a few more kids. They had a great life together. Lenny's had a wonderful career. That's right, they were married right in this place 36 years ago. He's been sleeping with 36 years. I can't get over that. But he's had a wonderful career. He's a wonderful wife. And today, you should see him play the piano. Lenny Nizabacchia. Now I'd like to call upon Lenny's boss, the great Armando Fontoura. Before I call him up, I was so inspired when he gave his inauguration speech. Remember that great speech he gave? We're going to do more with less. More with less. It's a fresh start. There's a new breeze blowing. We're going to break new wind, he said. The only thing that he's done that I can see since he's sheriff, he's transferred Frank Caruza, and he's moved 50 lockers. What else has he done? But he's a great guy, and I'm glad that he can take a joke sheriffs in the state. And that's not the opinion of a lot of people. That's his opinion. Sheriff Ventura.
The first thing that Tommy DeLucy told me when I was anointed sheriff by our great Pope, he said, you can't be thin-skinned in this business. You have to be emotionally stable. I've been watching you for a while, and you are emotionally stable enough to be able to take this job, so you can put up with guys like Jimmy Christian and other people. I know that he means well, friendship and all. Lady Mizovac, I met Lady Mizovac for the first time, I think in 1976 when I was in the bandit squad in the Newark Police Department. The job we were working on. And there's that guy in the bandit squad named Louis Portella. Most of you may know him. And Louis had a speech impediment, has a speech impediment. And he used to use it to his great advantage, interrogating people and whatnot. And I met Lenny when he came up, and he and Louis were having a conversation. I came on. The guys in the homicide squad was right next to the all. Everybody stood up and all like this. And you're looking at me, can you interpret this? I couldn't understand the word he said. I found out, who's that man? What does he want? He called me from the sheriff's office, and he was looking for a fugitive. We're going to get him doing our bank robberies, he's going to help us get him. I said, good. I said, bring him over. I meet Lenny, and I liked him immediately. What's not to like? Not threatening, he's shorter than I am. Got less hair than I do. Fat. Stutters when he speaks. What's not to like? Not threatening. We developed a good relationship. Lenny, I know that the chief has been breaking the chops, and will continue to with Marie and your family. You're a very successful person. You've been very successful all of your police career. And beyond that, and behind every successful man, there's always a surprise woman and family. In this particular case, we could almost say the shot. We love Lenny. We have a platform. We honor a man who needs no honor, because he has honor, he has integrity, he has loyalty, goodness, and generosity. My predecessor didn't steer me wrong in anything. But one of the things that he steered me, was right on target with, was the fact that Lenny Mizovac, he told me, the most loyal person, the most dedicated person you will ever have working with you. I couldn't agree more tonight. You're the best. You're the best. We're going to miss you. I'm going to get corny. I don't want to do that. It's a fun night. But I want to let everybody know that we're not losing money. Because Tommy said there was a freeholders kind of resolution that we had to have so many Mizovacs on payroll. If we lost money, we would be below that quota. So what we did is we created a position for Lenny. Didn't create a position, we have a position for him. Now Lenny's going to continue with us. He'll take 2 weeks off, vacation, and come back in, and he will continue to run our extradition thing. To be on my right side, handling extraditions and other matters. Lenny's also known sometimes as Mr. Tickets, as you know, and tonight I understand that these tickets were handled by somebody else, and they actually had to call upon my assistant, because I had to actually use a hammer to get all these folks here. So I don't think this was based out of love and respect. Most of these folks had to be directed to appear here tonight. Some of them charged an appearance fee. Jimmy Christie has to get paid. That's why we're doing church. We love you, Lenny. You're the best. We look forward to continue to work with you for many, many years. You have set a standard in the fugitive squad, and I see that you're being honored here by the marshal and his staff, Blair, and everyone else. And the state police, of course, are here and force all the folks that you work with. And that's a credit to you. That's a credit to us. A tribute to you and a tribute to us. You have set a high standard in the fugitive business, and one that will be looked upon and modeled by everybody that will follow. Lenny, we appreciate all of what you've done for the Essex County Sheriff's Office. We respect the credibility you brought to us, and we will see you in 2 weeks, so you continue doing the good work that you've been doing. Get up.
Thank you, sir. I'll put a big hand for our sheriff. I want to thank you for embarrassing yourself, Sheriff. You did a nice job. It's easy for you. You know, we speak about Lenny's congratulations and his reputation, but there's something about Lenny that shows a lot of interest in people. I recall the time that the Puerto Rican Mario Andretti, Marshall Lopez. The people that may not know what happened, Marshall Lopez, Mario. 2 years ago, Sheriff D'Alessio sent him out on an errand. He said, Marshall, I want you to go to the streets. Go to the streets and find out for me what is the meaning of light. And when you find the answer, come back and tell me. And Marshall looked at the sheriff and he said, what? Anyway, he went out to the garage. He says, Chief, I put the key in the car. I put the key in the car. It went boom, it went back. I hit 4 cars behind me. I hit 6 cars in front of me. I spun around. He said, Chief, I think something's wrong with the key. And I went up the ramp. I got to the ramp, I started to spin around again, Chief. I still think it was the key. He hits 4 cars. He spins around, he hits 5 cars. He goes back to the Chief, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Something wrong with the key. The first guy to go to his defense, Lenny Nizavash. He walked into the office. He said, Sheriff, it's not so bad. The sheriff said, what do you mean it's not so bad? He killed 47 cars. He says he was on the 1st floor. He went up the ramp. He hit the 2nd floor. He hit the 2nd car. Lenny said, yeah, but it's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? He said, suppose it was 5 levels, he said. That's the kind of guy Lenny is. And then he has a soft spot for his friend Frank Caruso. We all know Frank Caruso over there in the corner? He became a deputy chief, a big shot. He got a new office. A new rug. A new rug. He got some things painted. And then Eddie Malia saw it. Eddie Malia saw it. Racing in to see Sheriff Fontoura. He said, Sheriff, Frank is terribly depressed. Can we help him? The sheriff says, I don't know. What do you think we should do? Lenny says, maybe we can have him move some lockers. But that's the kind of guy Lenny and the sheriff is. Okay, now I want to call up another friend. Let me call up our friend from Bluefield, Arthur Berinsky. Do you remember Arthur Berinsky when he was the undersheriff in the ECSO County Sheriff's Office? You remember that, folks? You remember how hard he worked? He was classy, but he's a great guy. He likes to be associated with people in the sheriff's office. He likes to be associated with Lenny Nizavacha. He likes to wear ladies' undergarments. He likes a lot of things. But he's our friend, U.S. Marshal Arthur Berinsky.
Thank you, Chief. It's a pleasure to be with people that I used to work with someone that I used to work for. This is a little confidential, but I've got to tell you that years ago when Jim Critchley came to the Sheriff's Department, early on,
there was a little altercation between Jim and Lenny Nizavacha, and I didn't say anything to Jim at the time because I was a little younger, but I called Lenny into my office and I said, I feel terrible, you know, I couldn't say anything because it was inappropriate, but I think he was out of line in what he said to you. And Lenny said to me, I promise you that before I retire, I'll break his balls. I come here tonight, the first thing Chief Krishley says to me is, you will not believe what's going on with this operation now. I learned another lesson about Lenny Nizavacha. He rarely makes a promise that he can't keep. And it was appropriate because a lot of people, unbeknownst to Lenny, wish the same thing for Jim Christian. Another confidential feeling that I have, which might be a little inappropriate also. Delighted to work with 21 counties, 21 sheriff's departments, but I'm a little prejudiced in that I feel and that I know that the Essex County Sheriff's Department and the Fugitive Squad especially, run by Lenny Nizavacha, is really in a class by itself. It's been a very, very special relationship for me when I was in the Sheriff's Department, certainly for the Marshal Service with Lenny running the Fugitive Squad. I'm delighted to know that he's going to continue to be with the Sheriff's Department. These years have been good for the Nizavacha family, good for the Borinsky family, and I hope that Lenny continues in good health and that he continues to help as he is happy to do. There's never been a time when I would call Lenny when he says to me, I don't know. He would always say, I can help. That's the kind of guy Lenny Nizavacha is. He's an expert in his field, and he's been a wonderful friend, and I wish him the best. This is because the federal government is in the shape that it's in. Thanks to much smaller than the sheriff's flag. By the way, extradition. This is a token from us to you, and I thank you.
Thank you, Marshal. Thank you very much. I think your comments were very, very profound. We don't know what the hell you said, but they were profound. The next speaker is a friend of ours, a friend of Tom DeLessio, a friend of Lenny Nizavacha, a friend of the sheriff, Louise Poligano. She's a council person in Bloomfield, and she's going to come up and say a few words for Lenny. She's a freeholder candidate in November, and she mentioned to me that she thought it was wonderful that they're having this party for Lenny, particularly when he didn't deserve it. But I'll let her take that. Louise?
Thank you, Chief. It's an honor for me to be here tonight. I consider Lenny and his family, his lovely wife Marie, new friends and acquaintances of mine, and it's a pleasure to be in their company. I see that he's done an outstanding job in his career, and he obviously has lots and lots of friends and family that will continue to support him. I'd just like to say I wish you the best, both of you and your entire family, for good health, good fortune, and many more happy years together. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lenny. Thank you very much. Sleeping 36 years with this guy. I can't get over that. You know, you can say a lot of things about Lenny. He's a very modest guy, but he has a lot to be modest about. But we still love Lenny Nizavacha. He's always been a team guy. As has been mentioned here, he was always quick to run around and do so many things. His face is known all over the county. And he'd be a handsome guy if it wasn't for his face. It's our hero. Now I'd like to call George Dickshide. He's the chief of the Essex County Sheriff's Office. He's the guy that took my place. He's a good friend of Lenny. He's noted for his dressing, sartorial splendor. Is that a new tie, Chief? Yes. Does it glow in the dark? Chief Dickshide.
Thank you very much. I learned my dressing tips from the chief. He's been schooling me for a long time. I'm a relative newcomer up to the sheriff's department. Been about 18, 19 months. And I think the toughest part, it's been a very big challenge. The biggest challenge has been to learn all the names of the Zabachi that I ran into, figure out who was who. But I think the first time that I really appreciated Lenny was about 6 months into the job, and I got very sick. I was down the shore. I was down at Cape May, where I was down in Wildwood. I wound up at Cape May Hospital, and very serious, and they bring me into the emergency room, and they hit me with drugs, and I'm sort of like, in and out of Spaceland here. And I wake up at one point, and I look right into the eyes of Lenny Bezavash. And at that moment, I knew I was not dead. Or at least I knew I was not in heaven. But I looked next to him, and there, standing next to him, was Marin. So now I knew I wasn't dead, right? And I may be in heaven. He was there. And that's the type of guy that Lenny is. Besides being the whirlwind that he is, I think he's one of the most nervous people that I've ever met in my life outside of the sheriff. These two guys in a radio car would be classic. Neither one of them could sit down or take more than 5 minutes to drive down the street. But Lenny has been, not just to me, but I think to a lot of people, an inspiration. Here's a man that never gives up. Here's a man who's always got enthusiasm for the job, a belief in the job, and he's a credit, not just to the department, but I think to humanity. And I'd like to thank him for everything he's done to assist me and the department in the last 18 months. Here's a guy that if you need something done, it's done. You don't have to ask him a second. Lenny, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. That was really a profound statement. Lenny is a credit to mankind, to humanity. The next, Dominic Minnie. I'd like to ask Dominic to come up and make his presentation. Lenny told me that he thinks that Dominic knows more jokes than Bob Hope. And Dominic told me he thinks Lenny is the biggest joke he's ever had.
Lenny, I swear,
Captain Minnie.
Chief, I appreciate you wearing that shirt for the first time I feel dressed up. Make you feel at home. I want to be in America. All right, Chief. Seriously, when I look around and see all these people, I really am in awe. I didn't realize our department handled that many extraditions. But seriously, for Lenny when we come up here, we always seem to have trouble with our retirement badges, but the organization made sure that we had Lenny's ready on time. They kept on my case, so Lenny, for you, we have two things. One, retirement badge. From the organization. And two, if you have any trouble in the intercom break staff, you can just Maria. You can leave one of them on the meeting room and one in the break staff. You can just put an intercom. Seriously, knows if you need a hand, Lenny was over there. Sometimes he can be a pain, but if you need help, he can get the shirt off his back. Unfortunately, it didn't fit me, but he would always be there when you need it. And he's really going to be missed down there. But we're still going to see him, I think. But,
Thank you, Captain. Dominic Committee, from the SOA. Dominic is one of the great guys in this organization. He really is.
here it comes.
And now I'd like to call up one of the near greats, also a friend of Lenny Zabachin, Frank Arusa. There he is. King of the Lions.
These are all tough acts to follow. I just want to tell Lenny, on behalf of Tim Garrity, Joe Arena, myself, and all the other people over the years that worked for you, we want to wish you good luck on your retirement. Glad you're coming back, so I don't have to work for you again. God bless you, Lenny.
Thanks, Frank. That was real heavy stuff. That was really tough. You know, Lenny's been described as a caring, righteous individual for 36 years. Now I'd like to call up one of the members of Lenny's squad, Vinny Alisi. I think Vinny has something that he'd like to give. Captain of the Line. There he is.
I'd like to just say in short, want to get on with this and make it quick, just for two reasons. Number one, I'm not the greatest speaker in the world. And number two, there's a lot of cash in the back that McCoy is watching for me, and I want to get back there right away. So, just like to read this platform to you. Presented to Leonard Izavacchia in recognition of 26 years of outstanding law enforcement service to the County of Essex. From your co-workers and friends at the Essex County Sheriff's Office, August 31st, 1993. Congratulations.
Next, we'd like to call a guy up that's been waiting all night because he figures he can top anybody that's been up here. Bob Bailey.
Thank you, Chief. I'm waiting. Cap, on behalf of the guys, your squad, and the girls, thank you for everything you've done for us in the past. In appreciation, we have a plaque for you somewhere up here, I guess.
Hold on now. Hold on.
Lenny, can you put these up in Frank Arusa's office?
Which reads, from Captain Lenny Izavacchia, best wishes and good luck on the retirement of the DR squad. That's all our names and Director Kappa.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Good job, good job.
Jimmy Kramer here, the president of the PBA. Jim Kramer. Here he is. Come on up here. You know, a few years ago, when they were looking for someone that had to... Thanks for talking, Bob. A few years ago, when they were looking for someone to head the PBA, and they wanted someone with a profound grasp of the economic and social issues, matters that concern all sheriff's officers. That guy wasn't available, so the picture. There you go.
First, Shut me off.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here because this is a special event, especially for me. When I came into the fugitive squad, Lenny was my partner, I watched him through the years, work his way up to sergeant, lieutenant, and now captain, and I'm very proud of him. I know that his family, who I know and love, Marie's been very good to me, her time here at the sheriff's office. I've got to know his son Michael and Lenny, his three beautiful daughters. We've got Carol and Linda and little Maria. But, it was great putting this together and working with the committee. But Tony DeMayo came up to me about a week ago, and he says, I don't know, he says, we expect to do well, but we only got about 76 people confirmed. I said, well, that's in the Zavacchia family. Who's coming from the department? But, no, it's great to see this turnout tonight, Lenny's family here. And, something very important is that working with Lenny, alongside of him and then working for him, I can say that Tom DeLesio, our county executive, and our mother, Martura, sheriff, are right about one thing. Anytime, anything in this county, whether it was a Newark police officer, it could have been a Belleville, Livingston, whatever, when there was anything that happened to a police officer, Lenny was one of the guys that got out there, was probably one of the first people out there. There should have been 19 of them, because if information came in that the person may have been looking for, or the individuals were on in Newark, Belleville, wherever, Lenny wanted to be in all 19 places at one time. And at times it scared me because with his driving, we almost were in 19 places at one time. Anybody that's worked with Lenny knows that he's very energetic, and he's done a great job in the position in the fugitive unit. I know that we have the state police here, the members with the Marshal Service who have worked with our department and have probably been on the streets with Lenny, and they know that he takes the job serious, he's dedicated, and I think that he's done a great job in the sheriff's office. I'm going to miss him in the fugitive unit, and he'll be back in the extradition director. It's really funny is I'm really proud to be here tonight because this has to be history. It's probably the quickest return from retirement in the county history. So Lenny, you made history here. We're all part of it, but we're glad to see you come back. And I talked to Lenny, I said, Lenny, this question, you're 65 now, you have a great career, your kids are grown. Why are you coming back? And if anybody wants to lay blame, it's little Maria. He said, I said I would retire when all my children left the house. Until Maria can find her a husband, you'll never get rid of Lenny. But that's the apple of his eye, and I guess you can stay there as long as ever. Lenny, with this, I know there's other speakers here. We want to congratulate you. You've done an excellent job. We're happy for you. Having your family here to see this tonight. And congratulations. Have a nice 2-week vacation, and we'll see you back hopefully in 2 weeks. Lots of luck.
Thank you, Jim. That was pure, simple logic. He says, have a nice 2-week vacation, we'll see you back in 2 weeks. Does anybody understand this guy when he talks? Now we have Nick Rosamilia, Assistant Prosecutor with the Essex County Sheriff's Office. I really don't have to say anything funny about Nick. He talks funny, he can do it by himself.
First of all, I'm very happy to be here. Thank the committee for inviting me. I've been friends with Lenny for 25 years. Very honored to be one of the few people of a very large crowd standing room only to say a few words. I'm really very proud to have this opportunity. We've heard a lot about Lenny's career, and it's been an impressive one. He's certainly been successful in his work. He's retiring as a captain. You've heard how dedicated and loyal he is. Most of the supervisors and superiors have said that to you. I'm going to come from a different angle.
he has been very successful in his career. And that's impressive. What impresses me even more is that he's been very successful with his family and his friends. I met him 25 years ago. I too was a member of the sheriff's office, and I'm proud of that fact too. And our friendship has grown over 25 years. It's stronger now than ever. And I look around, I see a lot of friends that have been friends for a long, long time. People that don't have to be here are here today. People that Lenny touched many, many years ago. Retired people. People outside the department. That says a lot to me. And he has been successful with his work, but he's been even more successful with his family, and they're here too in strength, and with his friends. And I thank you for that. I don't have a plaque, I have a pledge. I'll pledge my lifetime friendship to Lenny. I love him.
Thank you, Mick. It's almost over, folks. I told you we were going to break new wind with Mickey. And now we're going to call up Sergeant Butler. Sergeant Butler, I think, has a routine that he'd like to try out. Let's hear it for Sergeant Butler.
I'm sorry to disappoint. I don't want to do any routines because I don't want to offend anybody. We could call Chris out a bottle. The reason I came up here, we put this party together for Captain Isabachi. It entailed a little effort and coordination. We put together a committee, like we do for all these parties, and I just would like to take time out to thank the committee. I'd like them to step up here. Vinny Alisi, Tony DeMeo, Kenny Murray, Kenny O'Mara, and Ron Tutell is on the committee. Unfortunately, he can't be with us today. He's illness in the family. I'd like to present another gift we have for the good captain. Cap, would you step up here, please? We have a friend that does drawings for us, caricatures, and he took the time out to make one of Captain Isabachi for this event. Get a look at it here. I'd like to take the time out if you want to come up, take a look at it.
It's all you.
Seven out. This time I'd like to give the mic over to Kenny Murray.
I'd like to say on behalf of the committee, good luck. And at this time, I'd like to propose a toast.
All right.
Sure, it's here. So good luck and good health. God bless you.
Good number, that AC. Right here.
Director?
Thank you, Tony. In a few minutes, we're going to have Lenny up here. I'd like to call up Anthony Garamel. I think he has something to say. He wants to curse Lenny out. Tony, before he comes up here, executive, I want you to know that Butler does Tommy DeLessio better than you do. I first started in politics.
What the prison floor is going to be like tomorrow. That's all we get. Listen. Another member of the committee that couldn't make it, a dear friend of Lenny's, who's sorry, but the cars are backed up down at the car wash, Michael O'Mealy. He couldn't make it. So we have as a, on behalf of Mike, I'd like to call up Anthony Garamella to say a few words on behalf of the night.
Glenn, on behalf of Night TV, I still walk home in happiness.
Thank you, Tony. And last, we're going to call up a good friend of Lenny's, Sergeant Keith Parikh from the state police. Sergeant?
Thank you, Chief. I really can't thank any of you for having me up here tonight. I found this out when I got here tonight, I was doing this presentation. And I don't like public speaking, so I went to a few people I knew and I asked them, what am I supposed to say? I got a hold of Jimmy Kramer. Jimmy's a good friend over the years. I said, Jimmy, what am I supposed to do? He said, keep going. Do what everybody else is going to do. Get up, say all the nice things you know about them. And then give them a plaque. Well, we kind of looked at each other and I said, don't you think I want to talk a little bit longer than that? Really, the state police fugitive unit owes Lenny a tremendous vote of thanks. All the accolades, the recognition the state police fugitive unit has got over the years really is because of Lenny Nisavachi and all the people that work for him, his bosses. We go out weeks on end looking for fugitives. I don't find anybody. So just to look at, we come down to Essex County, we say, Lenny, listen, we really need to arrest bad. You know? He said, all right. He said, I sent out with a couple of guys. We committed, we sent them a teletype, made it go, we looked. In all seriousness, I've gotten to work with Lenny since about 1985. I was talking to Cornell Gray, who's here tonight. Cornell started working with him in the early 70s. Lenny has been a tremendous friend to law enforcement, to the state police. He's been a tremendous friend to me. I've got to know him personally, his entire family. I'm no fool, I know who can cook, and it's Maria. My wife is Polish, and she cannot cook. Whoa! I didn't say it was the Bush was Polish, it's just cook. So I work late anytime they wanted me to. I'd go to Lenny's house and I'd have dinner. I got to meet his entire family, his kids. They and my family have become very, very good friends over the years, and I really cherish that relationship. I really do. I couldn't say thank you, Lenny, without saying thank you to all the people of Essex County. In all seriousness, we probably work more with Essex County than any other county in the state. And that's because of the way you treat us. They roll the red carpet out for us, literally. Lenny, would you step up here? This is from the members of the New Jersey State Police, presented to Lenny Nisavachi for many years of assistance and outstanding support to the State Police. We love you and thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. And now, before we call up Lenny, I would just like to say a few words, and then we'll let me take over. You know, I look around the room, I see Tom DeLessio, Sheriff Montora, Willie Brown, Marshal Belinsky. I think the all-stars that are associated with the Essex County Sheriff's Office. It seems to attract people like Tom DeLessio and Sheriff Montora, Marshal Belinsky, and the association of Willie Brown helps to enhance the Essex County Sheriff's Office. But the heart and soul, the real heart and soul of this office is guys like Lenny Nisavachi. You know, the pride and the professionalism, the pathos that's involved at times when we think of some of the people we've lost, like John Wayne, Angelo Centeni, Freddie DeMayo, Bobby Walls, Nat Taylor, John Tamburo, and a few other people that I did not know. You think of the great sacrifices they made, you think of the great wisdom that they had, you think of the great humor that they gave some of the younger guys. But it's the guys like Lenny Nisavachi, the unhurled guys, who are really the guys that put this thing together. I look around this room and I see such tremendous people here. I see Don Brown as a guy that doesn't get mentioned too often, but he's always there. Lucille, representing all the females in the office, Bob Popowski, Bukowski. Sounds like a burlesque team. Some of our retired people. I see Ralph Ruggiero over there and Tony. I see so many great people around here. I see Bernie Zucker in the corner, Artie Lang here, Vinnie Mercadanti, so many people in the back.
People like that are really the heart and soul of this office, and I was always proud to be a member of the Essex County Sheriff's Office. And I'm proud to be a friend of Lenny. And tonight, it's Lenny's night. He's the star, and he's the heart and soul of this office. Lenny Nizavachi.
I could be here for about 4 hours tonight, to thank everyone for the last 26 years that I had in the sheriff's department. The first one I have to really thank, because if it wasn't for my wife Marie, the next person is to become captain in any law enforcement office is a lot of hard work. And it's the people that you are working for you and with you. And one person that I had, that I was lucky to have in my corner from day one, was our county exec, Tom Gillespie. I'm always being his corner. And if it wasn't for our county exec, we wouldn't have no rank in the sheriff department. He was the one who started rank in the sheriff department. Then the next person is going to be our great sheriff. He gave me the opportunity. He had confidence in me. He did everything for me, and I will never forgive him for that. Thank you, Sheriff. If it wasn't for the sheriff, I would have never been captain, probably not even lieutenant. He kept the list going. When the county exec started the exams and all in there, our sheriff on Turbo kept it going. And we have to thank him for that. Now, I'm going to be very short, because my wife told me to. But, I really want to thank the committee. I really want to thank the committee for a job that they did, and I will never forget you for that. And I'm proud to have men like all the men from the state police, Fugitive Squad here, guys from the marshal's office here, they're all here tonight. And I'm really proud that they came tonight to honor me. And of course, our great marshal, our chief of staff, Brown, our chief, Big Sean, and everybody here. Jim DeBoy from the BON, our state PPA delegate, that our MC forgot to announce, Mike Triciello. Our chief, Jerry D'Alessio, and everybody. So I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart, and my family will always thank you all. Thank you.
All right, Lenny. All right, now we get mine. It's all over.
Homicide rate's down 2%.
seen it?
Not once. Right through you. Who, me? It's not like
Hold it. Marshal, we have come. Thank you, thank you. Listen, we've saved the best for last. We have with us one of Len Nizovach's nearest and dearest friends. In fact, he's the guy that got the nieces and nephews of Lenny the job in the county. We mentioned earlier that Lenny had about 97 people working in the county. And the majority leader of the freeholder board, Joe Palovecki, is the guy that got about 18 of the job. He's the former president of the Board of Freeholders. He's the majority leader. But most important, he's always been a friend of the Essex County Sheriff's Office. And in particular, he never really cared for Lenny Nizovach. But in spite of that, he wants to say a few words. How about a hand for our leader, Joe Palovecki?
Thank you, Chief, and I really want to apologize for being late. But we were, this was planned. We would not come in until the word got out that Armando had left. So, think about it. But Lenny, the Board of Freeholders appreciates all of the good work of the professional law enforcement people in the Sheriff's Office, the men and women that do us proudly every day. You obviously, for a very long and distinguished career, have done so much. I know you've heard speeches a few while ago, but we really appreciate your kind of commitment and devotion to the County of Essex and the citizens that we serve. So, Lenny, on behalf of the board, we'd like to present you with this special proclamation, resolution, detailing your life's work in professional law enforcement, and of course, wishing you the very best. Godspeed to you, to your family. The turnout tonight is the biggest I've ever seen, which is an indication of the kind of person you are. God bless you.
Hey, you did a nice job.